Alright guys, what is up and welcome to day one of the Chrono Clash System Naruto Boruto card game events here at beautiful Washington, D.C. at the Otakon event. We're going to have 3 days of Naruto Boruto action, and today we have two amazing players. We have Max Tapera on the left. You guys might know him from the community discussion group, good guy. And on the right we have Peter Katani, the one and only. You guys can't forget him on the right, and they're going to be playing a heck of a game for you. And I'm here with my friend, Mr. Blake.
How's it going?
Blake, say hello.
Hello, hello.
All right, Blake helped me test this game back before it was actually released. We did some testing, which was a lot of fun. And now we're going to play this game here. Pretty excited. What is this for game? I don't know what that means, heavyweighting. I appreciate your question, just don't know what you're saying. What is this game? This is a heck of a game, guys. This is Chrono Clash System, one of the best card games I've ever played. All right, so Peter drawing the first card he drew off of EX card being the Guido statue. Now, guys, this card, when it comes into play, choose two battlers and just destroy them. Now, you have to choose your own battlers if your opponent doesn't have targets for it. Remember, all the conditions in this game are mandatory. You have to do them. Guido statue being one of the best EX cards, especially against aggro decks, which it seems Max is playing. Max is usually known for playing the purple-green deck. Oh, I'm sorry, purple-red. That's what he played at the Richmond event, I believe. All right, so Sakura coming out, actually going to kill his own 1-drop because there was no 2-drop or less available. One of the downsides of Sakura, but a very powerful card nonetheless, and he's going to use that to play out the EX Gargara. 4-cost Haster do 2. Yes, I'm sorry, guys. It just came out a couple weeks ago. The Chrono Clash system developed by Bandai. Now, what's really cool about this system, guys, is it's not going to be a multi-IP system. So, just because this is Naruto right now, the next version coming out is actually going to be Godzilla.
Yeah, it's going to be fantastic playing with Godzilla cards and everything of the sort. Mothra, all them good stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. And then, obviously other IPs will be introduced in the future as well. So, the main system is the time gauge you see in the middle of the board, and what happens with this time gauge is that whenever you play a card, you give your opponent that many times. So you can actually play a 10-drop on turn 1 if you want. So it means no cards are ever dead in your hand. Are the cards from different IPs, different cards, or the same card? Yeah, there are different cards, different IPs. Currently, only Naruto Boruto is out, so that's what you're going to see here. But whenever new IPs are addressed, like we just talked about the Godzilla, for example, IP is introduced, you'll be able to play Godzilla decks versus Naruto decks. You can't interchange the cards due to licensing issues, but you will be able to play them against each other, which is really, really cool. All right, so Peter trying to figure out what he wants to play here. Has a lot of really good options in his hand. The A-drop Boruto is very good against these aggro decks. Now, the problem is, though, against red, Max can easily bounce that Boruto back to hand, though Boruto does net you an EX card when coming into play. So right now what Peter needs to do is just be able to play enough power out to be able to play this Guido statue. That's going to get him immediately back into the game. Guido statue being one heck of a card. So we'll see what he decides to do. It's really tough, though. He does have two Soraka and Sarada here, though, so he actually gained himself 4 more time off that and go to 8 if he wanted to. We'll see if he decides to play those or not. If he goes up to 8, he can actually play Boruto for free. He actually can play double Boruto out, which would be very hard, I think, for Max to answer. He could just go Boruto Haku, too, but I like double Boruto a lot here. Yeah? So he's going to go straight up to 8 like we just talked about. And there's the first Boruto. Draws that EX. Gets Deidara. Very powerful EX card. He actually could just play that out right now. He actually could just play Guido statue out for this Boruto if he wanted.
It looks like he's going to do that.
Yep, exactly what he's going to do. I like this play a lot. Allows him to kill both of his opponent's cards. Oh, no, he's actually just playing out the 7-drop. Oh, my goodness, boys. Did not expect that. Did not expect that at all. All right, so the Momoshaki's monster here actually gains you 2 life when it comes to the play, putting Peter back up to 5. And he was able to kill the EX card. Now, the problem is leaving cards on board, like Tatsuni here, is really risky because it allows your opponent to be able to play EX cards. Now, Max currently doesn't have another EX card at hand. Oh, actually he does. I'm sorry. And it just happened to be the one that plays off the 5-drop. But it won't be able to trade with Momosuke, though. So unless something happens with Momosuke here, Peter should be able to just swing back in and kill this. My guess is Max has some sort of bounce in hand, but I don't see Sai in hand, 6-drop Sai in hand. So maybe he doesn't. Actually, no, there it is, 6-drop Sai. So that probably is going to be the play. Yamato is also a decent play, but you don't really want to return the EX card to your hand. So this is a double-edged sword, though. If Peter's able to play this out again, he'll just gain 2 more life, which is actually pretty devastating against these aggro decks here. That's why I really like the Guido statue play. It made it so Max wouldn't be able to play any EX cards. Unfortunately, though, Max does have another Sai in hand, though, which I'm not sure if Peter knows. All right, it's attacking into Guardian stack here. It's going to be Hadan giving Max 2 time, and then he's going to play out Boruto going to 7 here. Drawing another EX card being Sasuke, or Sasuke's Susanoo. Very, very powerful card as well. Lets you kill something costs 5 or less. Unfortunately, all the cards on Max's side of the board is going to be more than that, yeah. Yeah, what Peter really wanted to try to do there, which is unfortunate, was leave Max with enough time where if he played Sai, it would just immediately pass the turn. All right, so Peter's going to have to find a way to get back into this game with probably very little time here, and it's going to be pretty difficult. So all Peter could do here is just play out, I think, another Boruto and just hope that's enough. It does put Max at 5 time, which is pretty good, but we know he does have Yamato in hand, and he just drew Neji. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Max is able to attack there, though, so if Peter can drop another Boruto, which it doesn't look like he's going to be able to do. Yep. He's just not able to get that game. So we're going to game number 2 here. First game going to Max here. A little unfortunate. A couple small, slight little misplays by Peter, I think, led to the ending of that game. I think Guido statue much better play there, as it would have allowed Max to kind of not snowball. However, even without playing Guido statue, wait, are they just best of 1s? Best of 1? Okay, best of 3. There we go. Yeah. So, yeah, like I was saying, Guido statue. I think would have been the better play there. It would allow Peter to kill both battlers on field, and that's something that you really want to try to do in this game. Is what's really cool about this game is your battlers are not only threats to your opponent, not only like the way you win the game, they also count as a resource, because those big cards, those big powerful EX cards that you guys saw, you're only able to use those by sacrificing their cost with battlers of your own, right? So to play the big 8-drop guy like Peter did, you'd have to have 8 agree with that. But that's okay. Peter, obviously a very good player. I think he saw maybe a different line there. And then again, when you're playing against red, it's really important to realize that Sai can bounce whatever you play. And that's fine as long as you leave your opponent with enough time to when they play Sai, it passes the turn back to you. That makes it very hard for them to Sai out of Boruto range. And Peter was able to do that by just not attacking first and giving his opponent 2 time. So. All right, Peter going to gain a life here and go up to 6. Let's see what he decides to play here. Going to play Haku. Haku, very powerful card. Really good card to play around Sai with as well. If you can attack with this card and then off of the attack, play out a Boruto, it reduces it actually to 6, which makes it a lot easier to play around Sai with as well, if it can survive. Also plus 2 time in the Guardian trigger too, which just makes it very good in both offense and defense.
So we think it's a better combo we set up here, having the green, purple, or purple and red that Max is playing here tonight.
Yeah, I like green-purple a lot. It gains a lot of life. It's good against the aggro decks in the format. It is a little light on the removal, though. The purple is your only removal color. Purple-red is a more aggressive deck, and then the green-purple is a lot more like control-y. And I think probably 9 times out of 10, I think Peter's deck has a little bit of an advantage in this matchup. You just have to be able to play it in a way to where you can get multiple things on board, kind of what Peter's doing now, and then use that advantage to play out your powerful EX cards and take over the match. Though the match is, with any purple control-based deck, it feels like the strategy is very reliant on Guido statue. If that card is played, it's very hard to come back from it as the opposing player, especially if you run Zetsu in the deck. Zetsu, when he comes into play, you can choose one of your cards and play and then do its end of the play effect. So you can play Guido statue, kill 2 of their guys, and then the next turn when they play something, you can just play Zetsu, copy that building, kill 2 more of their guys. At that point, it's very tough for them to come back. Right now, though, Peter has the ability, if these things do stay on the board. Ooh, Itachi Sasano. He's going to go with the Naruto there for the Itachi Sasano. And then attacking for 3 damage here. Choose a battler from his graveyard. Looks like he's just going to choose probably... Ooh, he actually went for the 1-drop there. Trying to get that Guido statue, I'd imagine. Ooh, Katsu. Ooh, nice. Get Saku Sasara. That's Sasana. That's actually... Or Sakura Sasara. I'm sorry. Oh, these guys' names. Attacking for 3. Knocking Peter down to 2 already. Peter at 3 right now. All right, 2 side. Ooh, takes Peter to 1. But that's okay. Peter actually able to gain 4 time here off of his action cards here. Does have Guido statue, but no way to really play it. With the Haku, though, he can reduce it by 2, so that actually only costs 6. He can gain 4 here and go to 5. If the Haku survives the attack, which is extremely unlikely, it's actually possible that Peter can use whatever card he plays out, though he doesn't really have anything. Actually, no, he has Gara. Gara's actually not too bad here. Gara draws an EX, too. Yeah, so I would go double in the Gara, draw an EX, attack with Haru. I guess the Haru attack first is very questionable. If this gets +2 time, he just loses. Okay, it dies. Okay. Gaining time first would have been would have been a lot better there, I think. He is able, though, to gain, actually, honestly, just gaining 4 time and playing Boruto is pretty decent, too. Max can play side to bounce it, but if he does that, then he's not able to... Very interesting. This isn't going to stop him from dying. He can play a 6-cost EX out. So 4/5. He can play a 7-cost? Oh, I see. He's going to play out... Oh, I actually went to Tatsu here. Okay. I don't mind this line of play here. This isn't too bad by Peter. Did you win your first round?
The last match, I had a game, and his last 3 shields were timed.
So you're bad.
It happens.
All right, Peter have 3 cards in hand here. He can gain 2 time and then maybe kill the Sai, which isn't too bad of a play here. Is he just going to pass? Just passing. Not sure I agree with that play either. Peter relying a lot on what his Guardian stack here. See what Max decides to do here. Now, Max has the ability to do 2 damage almost guaranteed. There's nothing in Peter's deck that can stop the 2 damage to come through. If he hits this shield, he can get Gara +3, which I was just about to talk about, but even then it goes to 0. Yeah, so that's one of the best hits that Peter can get, because now it puts Max in a weird position where he's not going to be able to play something impactful and then play something like 2 things. He can only play 1 thing now. Okay, so he just played out his Niji and killed. If I'm Peter, I just Niji back, I think. Peter, man. I think Peter should just Niji back. It was at 6, right?
Yeah, he was at 6.
Yeah, I would just Niji to 0 and kill his 2-drop and then play out Boruto after that. But this is okay. You just don't want this to die to Sakura. No Guido. Oh, Guido statue's here. Just Guido statue, Peter. I would just literally pick this up in Guido statue straight up. Killed both of his guys, and now you're starting to get back into the game. You can Guido into Haku. All right, guys, we're back. Sorry about that. All right, Peter's going to. All right, so Peter's actually going to pass here with another Boruto in play, which again, little questionable. So 99, but that actually does kind of the same thing. It wipes Max's board, which is ultimately what Peter wants to do. Granny Cho going to taking Peter to 1 time, see what Peter drew for turn. Is just going to play Kakashi? Is that what this guy is called?
Yeah, I believe so.
Ooh, nice. Kills him. Reinforcements. Putting Peter to his last life.
And that looks to be game.
Yeah, it's game. All right, guys, that's game. That's round 1 of the Otakon tournament here. Not a bad first game. I think Peter made a couple small play mistakes. Just it seemed almost a little bit of like unfamiliarity with the deck he's playing, maybe. But yeah, Guido Statue, guys, one of the best, if not the best, EX cards. The Ninetail Fox is one as well, but